But how will all of these overnight cues impact our own markets? Our research team is joining in with how the trade setup looks like and the stocks that are likely to be in the news as well. And of course, the setup on the FNO side of things as well. Firstly, Vamakshi joins in to get all the market cues we need to watch out for today. Vamakshi, good morning. Anticipating a gap up, but what are the other cues you're watching out for today?
Well, absolutely, Hormaz. Last week was not such a great week for the benchmark indices as well as the broader indices. The Nifty closed below 22,400 mark. After a brief rally that we saw in the previous week, the benchmark indices seem to have entered into a phase of consolidation. For the week, Nifty was down nearly 0.7%, and this was largely being driven by escalating global trade concerns as well as intensified FII selling. The broader markets underperformed the Nifty. When you look at the Nifty mid-cap, it was down nearly 2%. The fall in the Nifty small cap index was much sharper, down nearly 4%. As far as the sectoral indices are concerned, it was the IT, auto as well as realty which were among the top losers. Most of the indices ended in the red, but it was actually the Nifty financials as well as the pharma index which managed to hold their ground. Now, as far as the US markets are concerned, for the week the Dow was down nearly 3%. This is the worst week since 2023. S&P 500 and Nasdaq too closed lower for the fourth consecutive week. But when we just isolate the trading session on Friday, it was quite good for the US markets because all three indices ended in the green. In fact, it was the best day for S&P 500 and Nasdaq so far in 2025. Now, moving on to the cues today. Today, we'll be keeping an eye out on India's WPI as well as trade balance data. We'll also be watching out for the interest rate decisions throughout the rest of the week. As far as important levels to monitor are concerned, 22,500 is an immediate psychological barrier, and 22,250 to 22,300 has offered support amid recent challenges. So watch out for these levels. The GIFT Nifty as of now is suggesting a gap up start for the Indian markets, Hormaz.
Oh, absolutely. 150 points higher is what the implied open is suggesting. Vamakshi, thanks a lot for that. Some important levels that Vamakshi has highlighted on the downside that you need to keep an eye out for. Over to Vinny now. List out the stocks to watch out for today. Vinny, good morning. What's on your list?
Good morning. So firstly, I'll start with Alchem Labs. The US FDA did not issue a Form 483 for a positive sign coming in there. This is for its bioequivalent center in Maharashtra. So keep an eye on that one. GR Infra Projects, they have successfully come as a bidder for a 4,263 crore order worth, which is coming in from NHAI. So an interesting one there. Dr. Reddy's, that's also in focus. Now, some bit of an issue came in the US where they have recalled one of their infusion bags, which is levetiracetam, for mislabeling issues. So maybe some bit of a pressure is what we could watch out for on Dr. Reddy's. Tejas Networks, and they've received 123 crores as a PLI incentive that's coming from a Department of Telecommunication. Brigade Enterprises, keep an eye out on that. They have launched a premium project, residential project in Bangalore. The revenue potential from this project stands at around 380 crore rupees. Tata Motors, the company will be considering a fundraising plan, raising up to 2,000 crores. This will be via NCDs and on private placement basis on 19th of March. So this week, Tata Motors is something that we're watching out for in terms of this fundraising plan. Seagull India also in focus. They've received a letter of award of around 923 crores from NHAI again. Zydus Life Science, they've received final approval from the US FDA. This is for a tablet. Two strengths what they've received for Zegadoline tablets. Annual sales of this is around $243 million in the US as of January, so important to watch out for. Ola Electric, now Rosmeta Digital Services is seeking insolvency proceedings on Ola Electric subsidy on some issues of payments wise is what they're talking about, default in payment. Ola Electric is stating that they have sought legal advice and strongly dispute this claim that has been coming in. And lastly, IndusInd Bank, also keep an eye out on that. RBI said that the financial health remains stable for IndusInd Bank, so that could be in focus.
IndusInd Bank, Ola Electric, some important names to keep an eye out for. Vinny, thanks a lot for that. Finally, Sudarshan joins in with cues from the FNO space. Sudarshan, good morning. A gap up is what we are anticipating, but will that sustain? What's the FNO data indicating?
Good morning, Homa. So that remains the key question because global cues are indicating that we are going to start today with a gap up opening, and even GIFT Nifty is currently higher, almost 150 points. But talking first about Thursday's session, it was basically weak close. We failed to hold to intraday gains that we saw in the first half of that trading session, but on Friday we saw big move in US market. Nasdaq was up more than 2%, and similar move, at least at the start, we might see for our market as well. Talking about the flows, on Friday we saw FI selling almost rupees 800 crore, but it was fully offset by DIs buy. DIs have bought more than 1700 crore. But on the derivative front, FIs have sold almost 144 crore, but they have added long positions of 4,400 contracts. At the same time, they have added short positions of almost 5,000 contracts. With this, FI long exposure is now at 19%. And on the option front, 22,700 call and 22,400 call have seen healthy additions. And on the put side, 22,400 put has seen addition of almost 15 lakh shares, and 22,300 put has seen addition of 11 lakh shares. And support for Nifty remains around 22,300, and resistance is around 22,800, or say just above 22,750. Stocks in the band: IndusInd Bank, SAIL, BSA, Hind Copper and Manappuram. Keep an eye on one stock, Solar Industries. For the last few days, it has been gaining, and when on Thursday we saw fresh long positions were created, and another stock might be in focus after big gain that we have seen in Nasdaq, that is Info Edge.
You keep an eye out on all of these names. Darshan, thanks a lot for that.